There's so much shame about that, I think, when you're
Mm.
grieving. And like, how many years must pass until you find someone? Or it's like, is there a rule? Is there a timeline? Is there a time limit? When your friends or family don't say to like, oh, that was too early, or you know what I mean. And so, what do you think about that part? And how does that come up in the book?
So you make a very good point. I'm going to circle back to something you said about men and
Okay,
women. Societally, in society, we give men a pass to marry up and get booed up and have a relationship much quicker.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
you'll look at different statistics, and not saying that this is all men, but statistically speaking,
Mm.
men have a higher number and rate of dating and remarrying if their spouse has said that they had a terminal illness
Yeah.
than what you
Right.
will see with women. So society has already dictated in our mind what this should look like. But what I have learned to be true, there is no timeline.
Mm.
A lot of people say you shouldn't date until after the first year is over. And some people would say they're just as dead the year later that they are that moment that they die.
Yeah, kind of.
But what can happen, depending on how you're mentally processing the grief,
Mm.
you may not be in a mental space that you are something that you want to present to another partner. Now, some people just want to have a physical experience. They may not
Yeah.
be looking to recouple up. But I think it's important for the individual to evaluate, why do I want to be in a relationship? What do I want from this other person? And am I presenting something that I would want presented to me? And if
Mm.
you're able to unpack those questions, then it's a place where you can go, okay, what would a relationship look like? For me, it personally, it was the idea that I knew marriage was important to me in a relationship.
Right.
And so I need to really figure out what this would look like. So
Mm.
I'm 51, 52, 53. The dating scene is different than what it was when Mark and I met in the military, living in the same barracks next door.
Of
So, I mean,
course.
we now we're like online dating, getting, it's like, oh, but it was worth it. I met my chapter two on a dating app called Zooks, Zoosk. He literally lived like 25 minutes from where I live, but our lives would not have crossed.
Exactly.
Now, I remember when I started dating, my son was like, Mom, dating you is going to be a lot of work. I was like, and I'm worth it. I beg your pardon. He was, he was
I
like, Mom,
love
you're going to,
that.
like, and so Fred, my chapter two, I want to say we dated for 2.5 to 3 years. That man woke up with like 5 to 6 questions every day after we
Wow.
had really become exclusive. And he would go, I haven't got my coffee yet. Hold on, I'll come back to you with these answers. And I remember like on our second date, and we were like, what are you looking for? And we were very honest about what
Mm.
dating was and what the intentionality was.
Yeah.
And I think at this big old age of 50, if you can't communicate to me, what are you
Wow.
doing?
That's a big thing. I mean,
And I thought that to me, dating was like a big job interview. Those good
mm.
interviews, you have like a 3 or 4 panel, you have 3 to 4 different sessions. I'm a whole grown woman. I wasn't dating because I needed a caretaker. I wasn't
Yes.
dating because I needed someone to take care of me. By the grace of God, I was self sufficient. I
Mm.
wanted a partner for life. And
Yeah.
so, as long as life would give us. So, to me, it was also important to say, what are my non negotiables? I think that people go look for a house more certain about what they want than when they're looking for a partner. You know, if
True.
you want a 1 car, 2 car, you know, if you want a lot around you, you know how close you want to be to your neighbors, what the school district looks like. We will make a full list of what we're
Mm-hmm.
looking
Yeah,
for a house.
absolutely.
And then dating, well, if it works out right. No, they're like, you can't smoke. I don't want that. I'm 5'9". I remember telling my girlfriends, you got to be 6 foot to get on this ride. Like, I need some things I need to wear. My late husband and I were the same height. I was
Yeah.
not wearing heels. I started purchasing heels. I was like, I'm not going back. And the other thing was, I told myself if I didn't find somebody, I was okay with me. Too
Mm.
many times we rest the ability to be complete if I'm only in a relationship.
Yeah.
I survived the death of the man that I have loved for 32 years and still love him today. I am not going to put the fullness of my existence on if I meet somebody else. I came into this world alone. I will leave this world alone. I am
Mm.
enough by myself. So my joy and happiness cannot be tethered to only if I am with someone else. And I think releasing those pressures help us to enter that dating experience in a different way.